Good morning, Paula.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Great, I'm great. Paula, are you in the school?
No, teacher. I am in my house.
Okay, you are on vacation.
Yes.
But you are the student who has been writing about this session, right? Because you couldn't attend. You are in the school?
In my school, no.
No, but okay. Have you been writing an email to me because you couldn't attend to the sessions in the morning? Today it's time to talk in the mornings.
Yes. Yes, it's me.
Okay, but now you are on vacation, so you can attend,
Yes.
right? Okay, okay. Uh, Paula, what were you doing before this lesson?
Sorry, teacher. I
What were
can.
what were you doing before this lesson?
¿Sabes lo que yo estaba haciendo?
Yes, before this lesson, this session, this meeting.
I wake up at 9 o'clock. I had breakfast. And that's it.
What did you eat for breakfast today?
I eat cheese, chocolate, egg, and bread.
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 Okay. How did you eat your eggs? Fried, scrambled, boiled?
Boy.
Boiled. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
How many eggs did you eat? 1, 2, 3?
And one, just
Only
one.
one. Okay. Did you eat alone or did you take your breakfast with someone else?
¿Sabes que si desayuno con alguien más?
Yes, that's right.
With my mom?
With your mom. Okay. Does your mother work?
No, she's in house.
She's at home. She's a housewife?
Yes, yes, teacher.
Okay. And right now, are you at home?
Yes, teacher. In my home?
Okay. And is your mother with you?
Yes, my mom is with me.
And is she preparing or is she cooking the lunch? Or
No,
what is she doing?
me.
What is she doing? Your mom, what is she doing?
She's in see the phone.
She is what?
Watch
Seeing
the phone.
phone? Ah, okay, okay. Eh, and you are going to cook the lunch today?
Yes, I cooked the lunch. Just today because the other days my dad give me
Uh-huh.
the breakfast.
Okay, and what are you going to cook?
Sorry, teacher.
What are you going to cook?
¿Sabes qué hice desayuno?
No, for lunch. What are you going to cook for lunch?
How can I say habichuela?
Oh my God, it's something like beans. But let me see because I don't remember exactly. Because when I say beans, maybe let me see. Okay, bean. Yes, that's right, beans.
Beans,
Habichuelas, beans, yes.
beans with chicken, rice, and potatoes.
On potatoes. Okay. Okay, Paula, we are going to start doing an exercise. Let me share with you this. Okay. We are going to complete this sentence, this one. You must bring your homework planner and dictionary, and you are going to choose from one of these options between lessons, late to class, on time, to class every day, or your mobile phone to class. What do you think? Let's check it out the sentence. I try to complete with one of these sentences. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Paula, that there is another student. I'm going to greet her. Good morning, Flor Marina. Flor Marina, good morning. Flor Marina, can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning, can you hear me?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Flor Marina, hey, how are you today?
Very good.
Okay, where do you live? I'm Flor Marina in Duchama.
En Duitama.
Are you a teacher, Flor Marina?
Yes.
What do you teach? What subject or what course do you teach?
¿Me la repites?
What do you teach at the university? Chemistry, psychology, biology, I don't know. What do you teach?
Psychology, neuropsychology.
Neuropsychology, okay. Okay, Flor Marina. Are you married or single, Flor Marina? Are you married? Married or single?
Mm,
Are you married? Look at this. Look at me. Are you
Yes.
married? Is married
Yes.
or single? Okay, you are married. How many children do you have?
Two.
Two children, boys or girls?
Mm, two children, un joven y una señorita.
Okay, a boy and a girl. A boy or one boy and one girl. Okay, Flor Marina. Okay, Flor Marina, we are going to start doing an exercise. We have two students today, you and Paula Alejandra, and we are going to start doing this exercise. We have this sentence. You must bring your homework planner and dictionary, and you are going to try to complete the sentence using one of these options. We have 5 options: between lessons, late for class, on time, to class every day, or your mobile phone to class. So, Paula Alejandra, what do you think? What is the correct answer for you?
Maybe to class every day.
So you must bring your homework planner and dictionary to class every day. Okay, that's right. When it is in green, it means that this is correct. So you must bring your homework planner and dictionary to class every day. Good. Let's continue. Now, Flor Marina, look at this sentence. You must not eat or drink. And how can we complete this sentence? A hat in the classroom, gum in the corridors, on time, or work hard in lessons.
Mm, in the corridors.
In the corridors? Okay, that's right. You must not eat or drink in the corridors. Okay, good. Next. Paula, you must not, this is a negative sentence, you must not take hot food gone, late for class, on time, out of the cafeteria, or work hard in lessons? Paula, what do you think? What is the correct answer?
Late for class?
You must not take hot food late for class? No, sorry, that's not the correct one. What do you think, Flor Marina? Gone, on time, out of the cafeteria, or work hard in lessons? Look at the sentence. You must not take hot food.
Like, okay. You not that. Or the cafeteria.
Out of the cafeteria. That's right. You must not take hot food out of the cafeteria. It means that you don't have to take the food and go out of the cafeteria. Taking into account that the food is hot, no? So you must not take hot food out of the cafeteria, right? Next, for Marina, you must not copy another work done by another student out of the cafeteria to class every day, work hard in lessons, or your mobile phone to class. For Marina, what do you think?
Cafeteria. You must not. To
Repeat,
class
please.
every day.
This one, you must not to class every day. No, sorry, that's not the correct one. Paula
No.
Alejandra, your turn. What do you think?
Copy another work done by another student?
Okay, that's right. You must not copy another work done by another student because it's plagiarism. No? Okay, good. Next, you must not chew. You must not chew. Chew what? A hat in the classroom, bad language, gum in the corridors, or in your planner, Paula.
No.
Gum, right. You must not chew gum. When we say chew gum in Spanish, it means masticar chicle, no? Comer chicle. You must not chew gum, no? That's why we can find in the stores, in the supermarkets, a gum whose name is bubble gummers, no? Gummers. Okay. You must not chew gum. Good. Next. Flor Marina, you must not wear. You must not wear. When we use wear, we are talking about cloth, no? Pay attention to this. You must not wear a hat in the classroom, in your planner, late for class, out of the cafeteria, or your mobile phone to class.
In your planner.
In your planner? Okay, no, sorry, that's not the correct one. Remember, you must not wear when we are talking or when we are using the word, the verb wear, we are talking about cloth, something that we put on. Paula, what do you think?
You must not wear a hat in the classroom?
Yes, that's right. You must not wear a hat. A hat, that's a hat, no? A hat. In the classroom. Next. You must write your homework, Paula. Corridors in your planner, on time, to class every day, your mobile phone to class.
You must write your homework in your planner?
In your planner, let's see. Yes, that's right. When we say your planner, it means in the notebook you are using. In the notebook you are using. You must write your homework in your planner. And remember that the homework is the task you do at home. Next, you must listen and Flor Marina. Let's check it out, the options. You must listen and a hat in the classroom, bad language, in the corridors, late for class, or work hard in lessons.
You must have listen a hat in the classroom.
You must listen and a hat in the classroom. Sorry, that's not the correct one.
Sorry, no.
Paula, what do you think? What
You
could be a good option?
and work hard in lessons.
And work hard in lesson. That's the right option. You must listen, okay? You must listen and
Mhm.
work hard in lessons. Work hard in lessons. Next. You must not run. This is a negative sentence. You must not, no? You must not run in the, Paula,
In the corridors.
in the corridors. Yes. It was an easy one, no? You must not run in the corridors. Next. You must not use bad language. Copy, another word done by another student. Corridors, in the corridors, or on time. Flor Marina, what do you say?
Copy another done by another student.
Okay, maybe we can use that, and it's okay. You must not use copy. No, that's not the correct one, because there are two verbs here. Use, copy. No, we can put two verbs together without two. Maybe you can say you must not use to another verb, but without to, we can use another verb. Paula, what do you think?
You must not use bad language.
Yes, that's right. You must not use bad language. When we say bad language, in English we say bad language, but in Spanish we say grosería, ¿no? Mal lenguaje, un
Mhm.
lenguaje equivocado. Bad language. You must not use bad
Lenguaje mala.
language. Yes. Something like groserías, okay? Remember that we are talking about the school, no? These sentences are related to a school, to things we do or we don't do at school. Next. You must not bring, Paula, you must not bring what? Between lessons, late class, to class every day, work hard in lessons, or your mobile phone to class.
You must not bring your mobile phone to class.
Okay, that's right. Remember, in English, you can say mobile phone or you can say cell phone. Both of them are correct, mobile phone or cell phone. You must not bring your mobile phone to class or you must not bring your cell phone to class. Good. Next, you must not be. You must not be, or Marina, look at the options and try to complete the sentence with the correct
You
one.
must not be to class every day.
You must not be to class. Okay, no, sorry. You must not be to class. No. Paula, what about you?
You must not be late for class.
Yes, you must not be late for class. In English, when we are going to say that llegar tarde, we don't say arrive late. Okay? No, vamos a decir en inglés que yo llego tarde o llegué tarde, ¿no? We don't use the verb arrive in Spanish. We say I arrive late. No, we say I am late. Like the verb to be. I am or I'm late. No? Llegar tarde. I'm late. So we use the verb to be plus late in order to express that we are late. ¿No? Para llegar tarde en inglés utilizamos verb to be, am, is, are in present, or was, were in past, and late, tarde, ¿no? I am late, yo llego tarde. But if I'm going to say in past, I was late, okay? And here in this example, this sentence, we are saying that you must not be late for class. Okay. Next, you must do your homework, Paula.
You must do your homework on time.
On time, good, on time. You must do your homework on time. We say that we do something on time is we do that before the deadline. No? For example, you have to present a quiz and you have until 12. So in order to do the exam on time, you have to do it before 12. Before 12. Okay. On time in Spanish, we translate this expression in Spanish like a tiempo, no? A tiempo, on time. When we do something before the deadline. Okay, next, you must not go to your locker, Flor Marina, between lessons, late class.
Must not go. Your locker. No.
You must
Oh,
not go
boy.
to your locker.
No. Out of the cafeteria.
Oh, sorry, that's not correct. Oh, out of the cafeteria? No. Paula?
You must not go to your locker between lessons.
Between lessons, that's right. You must not go to your locker between lessons. When you are studying, when you are in the classroom, you can't or you must not go to the locker. Okay, that's okay. As you could see in these sentences, we are using a verb, must, no? All the sentences have this verb, must. You know, in Spanish, what does it mean, must, in Spanish?
Deber.
Yes, yes. That's in Spanish. This one. In Spanish, we found that this verb, must, means deber, no? In English, we say that this must is a modal verb. We have different kinds of modal verbs in English. For example, can, could, should, must, ought to, have to, would, all of them are modal verbs. Today, we are going to use this one, must. And this one means deber, no? Deber. Deber like an obligation, like obligation. When we have to do something, tenemos una obligación, un deber, el hacer, debemos hacer algo, we use must, okay? And it's very easy to use this must, no? You use the must and a verb, no? For example, must stop, must go, must wait, okay? You have to use the modal verb and the principal verb, the main verb of the sentence. The must and wait, must and go, must and stop. We don't use to. We don't use to. We don't say or we can't say must to go, no. Must to wait, no. And we don't use the s if we are talking about a third person. So in order to use, my God, a minute. Here, this one. We only have to say, for example, in noun, must, and verbs, no more. And then the complement of the sentence. That's how we use or how we make sentences using the verb must. It's very easy. For example, I must go to the university. Now, I, the verb, the modal verb, must, the principal verb of the sentence, go, and a complement to the university. I must go to the university. Yo debo ir a la universidad. Yo debo ir a la universidad. And when we are going to make negative sentences with must, very easy. Only we have to add not to the verb must. Must, not, or you can use the contraction. No? Remember that in English is very common, it's very usual to use the contraction, mustn't. No? You can say must not, or you can say must. And it's very easy to make sentences in negative form. Example, I must go to the bank. And that's all. I mustn't go to the bank. I, the noun, the modal verb, mustn't, the principal verb of the sentence, and the complement. I mustn't go to the bank, okay? And now, when we use this verb, this modal verb, must, when we are talking about an obligation or a duty, something we have to do. This is an obligation, okay? It's very important to take into account this. We use must in order to say that we have an obligation or we have a duty. For example, you must wear a seat belt when you drive. When you are driving your car, you must wear a seat belt. No? You must wear a seat belt when you drive. You must eat all of your vegetables. That's an obligation. You must eat all your vegetables. When you sit to eat, maybe in the breakfast or in the lunch, you have to eat all your vegetables. You must eat all your vegetables. Another time when we use must, deduction. Look at that, all that snow, this must be cold outside. When we deduce, when we infer something, we use must. We are looking at the snow and we think, we suppose, we infer, we deduce that it must be cold outside. Another example, I heard a noise upstairs. I am downstairs and I heard a voice or a noise upstairs. So I suppose, I infer, I deduce that Mary must be home. Okay. Another use of must, emphasize necessity. Plants must have light and water to grow. Okay? Plants must have. It's an obligation. It's a necessity. The plants need to have light and water in order for them to grow, to be beautiful. Another emphasized necessity, you must grow, you must study if you want good grades. You are a student, you need or you want good grades. What do you have to do? You must study, okay? And strong recommendation, we must get together for dinner soon. When we want to make a strong recommendation, we use must. These cupcakes are yummy, are delicious. In English, when we are going to say that something is very delicious, we can use this word, yummy. These cupcakes are yummy, yummy, yummy. And you must try one. Okay, these are the examples of how we use the verb, the modal verb must, but the most common use of this verb is to express an obligation or a duty. Okay. En el inglés, entonces, todos estos son ejemplos de cuando utilizamos ese must. Pero pues el más utilizado y el más común es para expresar un deber o una obligación, cuando debemos hacer algo. Por eso utilizamos el must. Debemos hacer algo. Okay? And remember, affirmative form must, negative form must. Okay? After the verb must, después del verbo must, no podemos colocar un count to, ¿no? We can say that's incorrect. We can say I must to go. Yo debo ir? No. I must go. Only that. Okay? And sometimes we think that when we are talking about third person, he, with a regular verb, we say he goes. And we think that we have to add he must, and if no. It doesn't matter if it's a third person or not. Entonces, para las terceras personas, nosotros sabemos que en los verbos le agregamos la E, la S o la S, ¿no? Entonces nosotros acostumbramos a agregarle ES, he goes. ¿Estamos hablando de los verbos modales? No, no le hacemos nada. He must go. Normal. Y también nosotros muchas veces cuando vamos a utilizar dos verbos, se nos enseña que nosotros debemos utilizar la partícula to para separarlos. I go to cook. Yo voy a cocinar. I go to cook. But when we are using the modal verb must, we don't use that to. No podemos usar ese to. Ahí no necesita el to. Simplemente must, el verbo modal y el verbo principal, cook. Okay? Must cook. That's all. We are going to do, after this explanation, we are going to do some exercises using the modal verb must. Okay? See this one. So I'm going to give you some places. Number one, in a library. So what must you do in a library and what mustn't you in a library? Okay, did you understand? For example, I must be quiet in a library. And I mustn't shout in a library. That's an example. That's my example. And you are going to do two examples like this. You are going to say something that you must do in a library and something that you mustn't do in a library. Okay? In my case, I say, I must be quiet in the library. I must be quiet. And the negative, I mustn't shout in the library. I mustn't shout in the library. So, Paulo Alejandra, what must you do in the library and what mustn't you do in the library?
I must carry the books and I mustn't in the library.
I mustn't what?
Mustn't run.
Ah, okay, run. Okay. Paula said, I must care the books. That's right. And I mustn't run in the library. Okay. That's correct. You must care the books in the library and you mustn't run in the library. What about you, Flor Marina? Tell me one thing you must do in the library and one thing you mustn't do in the library. Flor Marina, are you thinking about the sentence? Tell me one thing. Okay, tell me.
I must
Yes.
be in internet be in the library
In the library like this.
and
Yes.
and I mustn't be
Be, pero why be?
No.
Remember, here you're going to use a verb.
Mhm.
But what verb? What must you do in the library? I must what? I must care. I don't know. What
I'm
must you
a
do?
dictionary.
Must what?
Dictionary. Interview.
Dictionary?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, look at this, Flormarina. Remember, you are going to say one thing you must do in a library. Vamos a decir una cosa que usted debe hacer en la biblioteca, ¿no? Yo
Mhm.
¿debo qué? Acá un verbo. Yo
Ah,
debo.
okay. Debo read.
Okay, for example, I must read in a library. That's all. Yo debo leer en una biblioteca.
Mhm.
Okay? And one thing you mustn't do in the
I
library.
mustn't.
Y una cosa que no debe hacer en la biblioteca.
Language. Bad.
Okay, mustn't use. Remember the
Use.
verb. Use bad language
Bad language.
in the library.
English.
Okay? Okay, that's right. That's correct. You must read in the library and you mustn't use bad language in the library. Good. Very good. Let's continue. Now, I'm going to give you another place. I'm going to give you a classroom. In a classroom. What you must do in the classroom, you are going to tell me one thing you must do in the classroom and one thing you mustn't do in the classroom. Remember to pronounce must, mustn't, no? Must, mustn't, no? Affirmative, must. Negative, mustn't.
Massive.
Okay, good. Now, Paula Alejandra, please tell me one thing you must do in a classroom and one thing you mustn't do in a classroom.
I must pay attention in a classroom.
Okay, good. I must pay attention in the classroom. When you are a student, you must pay attention. Okay? One thing you mustn't do in a classroom. Oh,
I mustn't shout in a classroom.
I mustn't what?
Shout.
Shout like this
Yes.
in a classroom. Okay, you mustn't shout in the classroom. When we say shout, you are speaking loud, no? You speak loud. Shout is to speak loud. And you mustn't shout in a classroom. Flor Marina, it's your turn.
Yes.
Tell me one thing you must do in the classroom and one thing you mustn't do in the classroom.
I must listen in classroom.
Okay. That's right. I must listen in a classroom. I must listen. I must it's something similar, no? Pay attention or listen. For
Okay.
example, I can add something here. I must listen to the teacher. For example,
Okay, the teacher in classroom.
okay, I must listen to the teacher in a classroom.
In the
I must
classroom.
listen to what the teacher says in a classroom. And one thing you mustn't do in a classroom.
I mustn't sleep
Okay, good. In the classroom.
in the classroom.
That's a good one for Marina. I mustn't sleep in a classroom. You are a student, you are studying in a high school at the university, you mustn't sleep in a classroom. It's not forbidden. It's forbidden. Okay, good. Let's continue. Now, going to give you another place. And the place is Amor. think about one thing you must do in a mall and one thing you mustn't do in a mall. Remember that when I say a mall, it's the same like shopping mall or shopping center. No? Shopping mall, shopping center, or simply a mall. For example, in Bogota, there are too many shopping malls or there are too many malls. Santa Fe Shopping Mall, Santa Fe Mall, Unicentro Mall. Those are examples of malls. So think about one thing you must do in a mall and one thing you mustn't do in a mall. Paula, your turn.
I must eat that ice cream.
Okay, I'm going to change for people. People must eat ice cream in a mall. Like this, Paula. You
Yes.
must eat ice cream in a mall. I change it, people instead of I, no? But it's the same. Or I can say I must. I must eat ice cream in a mall. Good. And one thing you mustn't do in a mall.
Mm, I mustn't go to those store.
I mustn't go to the,
To those store.
like this.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I mustn't go to those stores. So when you are in a mall, you must eat ice cream. No? Remember that when we are talking about food or beverage, we can say eat, we can say have, or we can say take. No? You can say must take ice cream, must have ice cream, must eat ice cream, and all of them are correct. And the negative, you mustn't go to those stores, okay? You don't wanna spend money, so you mustn't go to those stores. Good. Now, Flor Marina, tell me one thing you must do in a shopping mall, in a mall, and one thing you mustn't do in a mall.
In a mail, in a look, dress,
Like this, look,
dress,
look,
dress,
dress
sí. Yes,
in a mall.
in
Okay.
mall.
And the negative one,
And mustn't to gritar, no me acuerdo cómo se dice.
in English, you can say shout or you can say scream. So
Okay.
scream like this.
Sí.
In order to
Y
say
en mano.
gritar, you can say shout or you can say scream.
Ujú.
Those are synonyms. Okay, both of them are right, are correct. You can say I mustn't shout or I mustn't scream in a mall.
In a mall.
Okay, that's
Okay.
correct. I must look, you must look dressed in a mall. Next, now, in a hospital, we are in a hospital, and in a hospital, we're going to think about one thing you must do in a hospital and one thing you mustn't do in a hospital. Okay, go ahead, Paula Alejandra.
I must consult an exam.
I must, okay, I must consult like this.
Yes, consult an exam.
In a hospital. One thing you mustn't do in a hospital.
I mustn't smoke in a hospital.
Okay, that's negative one. I mustn't smoke in a hospital. Perfect. You mustn't smoke in a hospital. It is forbidden. Okay, it is forbidden. It's prohibido. It's forbidden to smoke in a hospital. So you mustn't smoke there. And the affirmative one, I must consult an exam. Okay, in English, we can say I must take an example. You are going to to take some, I don't know, some blood. For example, you are going to take blood from your veins. You are going to take an example. Vamos a decir que nos van a tomar un examen o vamos a que nos hagan un examen. We can say in English, we must take an exam. And it means the same with an exam related to studies, to the university, to the college, to the high school. Acá, esta expresión, take an exam, también puede servir para cuando vamos a presentar un examen, ¿no? For example, I'm going to take an exam in my English course. I'm going to take an exam in my English course. You can say take. Okay, good. And what about you, Flor Marina? Tell me one thing you must do in a hospital and one thing you mustn't do in a hospital.
I must visit my friend. I must visit my friends in the hospital.
Negative one.
I mustn't eat during the visit in the hospital.
Okay. Okay, those sentences are right. I must visit my friends in a hospital. When you are in a hospital, you must visit your friends because they are sick. You know, maybe they are sick, so you must visit them. And the negative one, I mustn't eat during the visit in a hospital. When you are visiting a friend of yours, when you're visiting a person who is sick, who is ill, you mustn't eat during that visit. Okay, that's okay. That's good. Very good. So that's how we use the verb must in order to make sentences in English. But remember, the usual, I'm going to look at the previous. Remember that we use the verb must in order to say that something is an obligation or is a duty. El mayor énfasis o el mayor uso que le damos a este must es para expresar obligaciones o deberes. Obligaciones o deberes. Ojo con eso. Pay attention to these obligations or duties. Cosas que debemos hacer. Y es que en inglés hay varios verbos modales y cada uno tiene su labor o su función, ¿no? Por ejemplo, hay otro verbo que es el should, que es el debería, ¿no? Hay otro que es el can, que es el poder. El could, que es el poder pero en pasado. El ought to, que es el tener que, o el have to, que es el tener que. Recordemos y tengamos bien claro que este must utilizamos para cosas que son obligatorias. Por eso el ejemplo, you must wear a seat belt. When you are driving, you must use or you must wear a seat belt. Es una obligación, ¿no? Ponerse el cinturón de seguridad. Pay attention to this. Okay, let's continue. And we're going to do another exercise like this one. We are going to start with the first one. And Paula and Marina, you are going to think about three things you are going to talk about. You are going to tell me three things that people must do every day. Okay? When I say people, of course, you are included there, no? Everybody, everyone. Three things everybody must do every day. Okay? Okay, Paula, I'm listening to you. I am all ears. Tell me three things people must do every day.
The people must drink 8 water glass.
Okay, people must eat or drink 8 water, what? Glasses? Or glasses of water?
Glasses.
Okay. You can say glasses of water. People must drink 8 glasses of water. Okay, good. Another one, Paula.
People must go out the house.
Okay, people must go out of the house. Okay. And what else? Another one.
Yeah, I don't know. People must eat protein
Okay, people must
every day.
eat proteins. Okay,
Protein?
this?
Yes. Yes, every day.
Okay, every day. Okay, it's good. People must eat proteins every day. Okay, it's an obligation. This is an obligation. Everybody, everyone must eat proteins. Okay, in order to have a good quality of life, in order to be healthy, you must eat proteins. If you don't eat proteins, you are going to be sick. You are going to be ill. Okay, that's a good one. Another one that you said, Paula, that it was good. People must drink 8 glasses of water. No? People must drink 8 glasses of water. Nutritionists, the people, doctors who know about this topic, they say that everyone, everybody, you, Paula, you, Flor Marina, and me, we must drink 8 glasses of water every day, every day, in order to be healthy, in order to have a good health, we have to, or we must drink 8 glasses of water. Good. Very good, Paula. Now your turn, Flor Marina. Tell me 3 things people must do every day.
Reading people's every day, working, working in the 8 and 8.
8, like this?
Yes, 8 and 8.
Okay, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you to organize the sentence. People must work 8 every day. Yes, that's
Yes,
okay. People need, people must, people have to work 8 every day. Okay? Or we can say, we can say 8 hours every day.
Or-
Maybe we can
or
change the
8
sentence and we
hours.
can say, okay, like this one, I think it's better. Say people must work 8 hours every day. Okay, good. Another one. Flor Marina, the second one. The second sentence, the second activity you must do every day.
People thinks
Remember the modal verb. People must
people
what?
people must amable, ¿cómo se ser amable?
Okay, be.
Be, be
You can
kind,
say people must be kind or people
be kind.
must be polite. Kind or polite are synonyms. When you're going to say agradable, amable, you can say polite or you can say kind. Okay? People must be polite or kind. Every day?
Every day.
Okay, people must be polite or must be kind every day. Okay, and the last one, Flor Marina. The last sentence.
Every day and must Más food.
Food. Or,
Sí.
okay, must eat.
Must eat
Yes.
every day.
For example, must eat food every day. People must eat food. When I say eat food, it's a correct sentence. It's a good one because if you don't eat, you are going to die. No? So that's a duty. That's an obligation. You or everyone or everybody or the people must eat because if you don't eat, you are going to die. So that's a duty and obligation. That's a good one. People must eat food every day.
If
Example, I'm going to say a sentence, a verb, sorry, verb. I'm going to give you the verb sleep, Paula. You are going to make a sentence with this verb, sleep, and you are going to say one thing that people must do every day, taking into account that verb, sleep. Did you understand, Paula?
Excuse me, teacher. I don't listen to you.
Okay, I'm going to give you this verb, sleep, and you are going to make a sentence about one thing that people must do every day, but taking into account this verb, sleep. What can you say?
The people must sleep every day.
Okay, for example, people must sleep. I'm going to,
8 hours.
okay, good, that's better. Say, okay, for example, you can say this sentence, people must sleep every day. And that's right, that's the correct sentence. But you have to try to speak more, to use more a wider vocabulary to make a longer sentences. So you can say people must sleep for 8 hours every day. Okay? People must sleep 8 hours every day. In order to be healthy, in order to have a good health, people must sleep at least 8 hours every day. Okay? Good. Another one. Going to give you this verb, read. And for Marina, you are going to make a sentence saying something that people must read what?
people must read in the people must read in the investigation.
Okay, investigation. In English, we can say investigation, but there is another word that is better, research. Okay? You can say
Says
investigation and people are going to understand you, but it's better to use this word, research. Okay? Okay, so people must read. I'm going to change this one about research. For example, people must read about research. When we are going to say that something is about, okay, about research, or for example, people must read about biology, or people must read about chemistry. Okay, good guys, that's all for today. It's time. We have finished. The time is up. I'm going to stop sharing. And that's all for today. See you tomorrow if you can. If you can, remember that we have another session where it's time to talk tomorrow at 8 p.m. If you can, if you're available, see you tomorrow. And that's all for today. Okay? So bye-bye, Flor Marina. Bye-bye, Paula and Alejandra. Have a good rest of the day and take a delicious lunch. Bye-bye.
bye. Thank you.
Thank you.